Hello, this is my friend Nick. He just bought this beautiful green 2023 Subaru Forester. It is still completely stock, and we're going to do some Swaybar testing. You can see there's a nice ramp behind us. We're going to flex the car out, measure it, go for a test drive on a well-established little course, take some subjective notes, remove the rear swaybar, repeat, remove the front swaybar, repeat, switch to Ironman suspension with no Swaybars, and repeat the test again. It is just barely in the air. And then we're gonna mark the tire with the sandy rock, the middle of the tire. Keep holding, keep holding. A little more, stop! Perfect, perfect, well done, well done, well done. Go ahead and apply the parking brake and hop out and take a look. Yeah, I'll walk the camera around. So there's a lot of gap underneath that wheel. You can see this wheel, decent amount of tuck. That'll get improved, and then you can see where the front tire was also trying to climb it. Yeah. Cool. Cool. We will repeat this test without the rear sway bar. So the rear sway bar end links, it's that shiny vertical bar right there. And you just remove both sides of the end links. It's held in place with two sway bar brackets, that shiny piece, and there's rubber in there that provides a good amount of friction. Easy to reconnect later. Cool. So, what?
Not much further.
That's not nothing though. So this rock, that's the first rock, and it was lined up with the middle of the wheel. We're gonna place this rock lined up with the middle of the wheel, and we have a similar amount of wheel lift back here, just a little bit. Very consistent. A little bit more. Stop. You're there. Parking brake, hop out. A lot easier. So as you can see, that was a lot easier. He was almost all the way up the ramp before that wheel started to get light enough to lose traction. Compared to last time, you'll see that this one is just barely in the air. We are getting better articulation. Like on the ramp, this one is in the air, and this one is pretty nicely tucked up in the wheel well, as you can see there. And soon we'll get better articulation up the front also. Now it's time to remove the front sway bar and do the same thing again. All right, now we're looking at the front suspension. As you can see by the tie rod here, that's what does the pushing and pulling to do your steering. And you'll see that shiny vertical bar is the end link. You can see that it attaches to the strut up there, and it attaches to the front sway bar right here. We just need to remove those two. So here you can see quite a bit of improvement. That was the original one, stock. That's with the rear sway bar removed. And then now we are all the way up here, lined up with the middle of the wheel. Yeah, look at that. Pretty significant. And then let's see what we have here. Same as last time, just a little bit of air under there because you hopped out. That took some weight off the left side. Same as last time, full droop on this back corner. Very nice tuck here. Full droop, or very near full droop here. I could lift up on this and get it, yep, in the air. And then on this side, you'll see good compression. Stop. Done. No drama. That tire still has good traction. It's not just touching the ground, but it's touching the ground with enough force to have good traction. And because it's not in the air anymore, it's probably not at full droop. There's probably still some more gap here for that tire to come down. Nice compression there. Ooh, big gap there. Nice big gap right there, where that one's coming down. Still probably has room to come down more, you know, because it's not in the air. And then here's the good compression that I was telling you about. Cool. So that's the benefits of articulation. If you're willing to do a little work, you can get way better articulation, even out of it when it's stock. And it gets even better if you have longer travel suspension, like the Ironman. Cool. Yeah, both sway bars there, rear removed, both removed, and then Ironman gets you a little bit further. But it does have a lot of travel that it's not using right now. Nice. Yeah, that's good. All right, so here are my notes for each of the 4 conditions. Once the vehicle was flexed out, I measured the vertical distance, not the distance along the angled ramp, but the vertical distance up. When it was stock, with both sway bars connected, it was about 6 inches of vertical articulation there. We went for a test drive. These are just the words that Nick said. He said it feels normal, snappy, rubber band-like. After we removed the rear sway bar, we bumped up the vertical articulation to 8.5 inches. He said it was less snappy, felt like paintbrush strokes, more noticeable at medium and high speed lane changes. So like when you make like a really sharp change, that's where you felt it. Under normal conditions, he said he couldn't tell the difference. Now with stock suspension and both sway bars removed, the vertical articulation is now 13.5 inches. That is more than twice what it was stock. The takeaway there is that you can more than double your articulation for free just by removing your sway bar end links. It is a quick, easy process, and it's completely reversible. This improves off-road performance and comfort. I highly recommend this modification if you like to do trails in your Subaru. On the test drive around our little setup course, he said that it kind of felt like an airplane, like the roll. And he said that just the roll was the only difference. The 4th condition here is when we put Ironman suspension on a Subaru. No sway bars in this condition either. You can see that it gained about 1 inch of vertical articulation, which is pretty good because the springs are stiffer. There was extra travel that it wasn't using, which is nice to have for bumps and stuff like that. But the most important takeaway here is that he said that it felt a lot like the last setup.
And that is high praise because the vehicle is now about 2 inches higher than it was. So even though your center of mass is 2 inches higher, it still has a very acceptable amount of stability, even when making jerky lane changes. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. If you enjoyed this information, leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see some more Subaru stuff. That's it. Thanks for watching.